The details of his plan are elusive, perhaps they don't yet exist, but his message is clear. Donald Trump intends to be the US president to strike the ultimate deal between the Israelis and the Palestinians. The first sitting president to visit and pray at one of the holiest sites in Judaism, the Western Wall. He was accompanied by his son-in-law, to whom he's delegated the groundwork. Trump said his short time so far in the region had only reinforced his confidence.
There are many, many things that can happen now that would never have been able to happen before, and we understand that very well. That includes advancing prosperity, defeating the evils of terrorism, and facing the threat of an Iranian regime that is threatening the region and causing so much violence and suffering. And I thank the Prime Minister for his commitment to pursuing the peace process. He's working very hard at it. It's not easy. I've heard it's one of the toughest deals of all, but I have a feeling that we're going to get there eventually. I hope.
I believe that together we could roll back Iran's march of aggression and terror in this region, and we can thwart Iran's unbridled ambition to become a nuclear weapon state. I also look forward to working closely with you to advance peace in our region, because you have noted so succinctly that common dangers are turning former enemies into partners. And that's where we see something new and potentially something very promising.
Netanyahu presides over a coalition of right-wing parties, many of which would not countenance, for example, a freeze on settlement construction, merely a first step for the Palestinians. Realizing Israel's demand for an end to Palestinian payments to prisoners, which it calls incitement to terror, would be equally untenable for Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Trump, though, said progress on the Israeli-Palestinian issue could flow from greater cooperation between Israel and its Arab neighbors, coalescing around opposition to Iran, sticking to the script of his speech a day earlier in Saudi Arabia. On Tuesday, Trump travels to Bethlehem for talks with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. For all his troubles at home, for all the lack of detail in any plan, this is at least a US president who's making a real play for the gold standard in foreign policy legacies, peace in the Middle East. Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Jerusalem.